Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you're watching from, I am Chioma, a TV presenter from techregard. And here on the streets of Enugu, live, we're about to hear the people's opinion on technology, how they use social medias, about AI, and the rest of them. Join me as we hear the opinions of the people. Okay, good afternoon, sir. I'm Chioma, and you?
Emmanuel.
All right. Please, I want to ask you a few questions about technology.
Sure.
All right. So, AI, how do you see AI?
Well, AI actually is kind of good. In other hand, it's kind of bad. Why is it kind of good? Sometimes, like it softens our lifestyle, kind of lessens stress for us in activities. Nowadays, we are meant to be. Now, those days, our dad was kind of at our age. They uses some local tools to work, but now AI has improved some technology where work is now made easier and less stress free.
Okay, sir. So, you feel AI is good or bad? For today's children, for this generation, is AI improving more or is it decreasing? Like, is it adding more value to them?
Well, AI is actually decreasing, but more of that is add. When they have advantage, they also have disadvantage. AI is kind of adding value to us in terms of our country, but in terms of education, is decreasing the knowledge of the youth. Based on they are no more going to bookshop to get textbooks. Some schools are no more like concerned on their education. They're just allowing them to use phone and other things, which is not healthy to the youth of nowadays. That's why I'm saying that it's kind of good and kind of bad. The advantage and the disadvantage.
Okay, sir. So, in terms of employment, is AI reducing the opportunities of employment or is it adding?
Well, in terms of employment, AI is actually reducing. Why I say reducing nowadays, most companies now order robots from the foreign countries to Nigeria, where the youth are now looking for jobs instead of the youth going to the company to work as the employees. Now they're involving robots to take over human beings. So nowadays, if we look around, the youth are more kind of scattered. They don't have much employment. The low, just the minimum employment you can get, just maybe of bus transport, or if you have connection, you can get employment. That's it. If you see around, most youth are just at home doing nothing, while robots are taking care of our space in our work.
Okay, sir. So, is AI doing more good than harm to this generation? And should it be improved or should it be banned? Like, what do you feel? What do you think about that?
Your question more good than harm. I would say more more good than harm in our lifestyle or in general. Which
In
one?
general.
Okay, in general, more good than harm. I would say more good because AI has helped a lot of us like very well. But in the other hand, uh, I can't say more. I can't say it has made us that's kind of bad, but it made some youths lazy. Why I say some youths lazy? Some students don't actually access their school library. They don't actually access, like they don't read intense. They just use AI to answer questions, and in terms of assignment, they just go through AI, and it's not healthy.
Okay. But, sir, what do you think schools should do about that? How should schools control the children? Like, what should they do for them to reduce using AI and use their intellect?
In terms of schools aspects, let me say basically most universities now are using phones. Some private universities, okay, general, all the universities are using phones. So why I say in terms of schools should just at least bring back the library section, bring buy more textbooks, and tell the students to go, or give them textbooks to buy. The what was it called, the professor handle or the names of textbook they should go and get, than using phone. They can implement it or put it inside their school fees. When you pay for school fees, you pay for the textbook, get the textbook, and allowing the students to use phone. Because one, if you continue using phone, you might not be educated, you might not be enlightened like our dad them. Because our dad, when then they don't use phone, they get textbooks, they buy everything on their own. So nowadays AI has occupy that space. It's making us less serious. If you notice, some students are no more that if you ask them questions today, they will answer very well, but when they get home, they won't read. There is no textbook that they will open and read. They just use the phone and answer assignments or do all sorts of things. So when you get back to school, they'll be like they'll be backward than using your textbooks. So I prefer using textbooks than AI.
Okay, sir. So in terms of social media, what social media app do you like using most?
In terms of social media,
Yes.
uh in that one I prefer TikTok
Why do you say so?
because during my leisure time I just go there, watch some and sometimes I throw some content, or I just feel like because TikTok is just generally what I do. That's it.
All right. So is social media doing more harm than good to children of this generation?
Social media is doing more harm than good.
Why do you say so?
Why I say so? Most of the social media now na exposing children to some bad stuffs and influencing them negatively than positive ways. That's it. Why that's social media has made some students or some youth nowadays go through a lot. And if you notice, what is it called? That statement called Yahoo. It's very very risky for youth. And no, most youth now when they finish from secondary school, they feel like okay, since they don't have job, let me just go and look for where I can hustle than doing legal work. So social media has made youth done or go through illegal work than the legal work we have in Nigeria,
Like Yahoo, right?
kind of.
Okay, sir. So should how would parents of nowadays how should they control their children in using social media?
Ah, parents controlling their children. Sometimes it's not basically controlling their children because if you say you control your children, one they might be loyal and okay at home, but when they enter university, they might boom off and you won't be there to control them. That's it. So
So
try,
what should they do?
trying to control. One they can maybe like try. I don't know how to say that so because for me what they did to me was I started using phone in my year one. That's it. So some parents go eager to get phone for their children at the age of 10, 5. So it's basically like not healthy for them to get phone for them at the early age. Maybe when they're of age of 18 entering the university, hey, you can get phone for them. Maybe just for calls and for school assignments, that shit.
Okay, sir. So one should not give their child phone till they are of age, right? All right. So, sir, in terms of advancement, how far do you think Nigeria has gone?
Nigeria have not gone anywhere.
Why do you say so?
Like Nigeria have not gone. Sorry to use pigeon. Nigeria never go anywhere actually. Like Nigeria is still back because of technology. Most in UK, my sister that is outside actually said that most of their transaction they don't use card. They only put their back of the phone on the machine and they see debit alert. So that's what amused me. Like us here, we're using POS, we use card, we use transfer, this thing. So it's piecing and most of the technologies there are just what we learnt from outside than us having our own.
Okay, sir. So, what do you feel? What do you think the government should do about this
Governments are really don't.
advancement?
If you say the government should, the advancement is very very hard for the government to do this because one, the government they are not even trying in anything. Sorry to say, Nigeria will still be the same. I'm sorry though.
Okay, sir. So, if you are given 1 million naira right now to buy either a phone or a laptop, which would you buy?
Either a phone or a laptop. That's just two options. Is there another option?
That's the two option.
I will buy a laptop than buying a phone.
So, why?
Because I'll use a laptop to go into some activity like programming and other stuff than using my phone.